Good morning. I'm Dr. Kemi Lawrence. It's Monday, the 21st of October, 2024. Let's talk about me returning to journalism this morning. I started again this morning after 30 years. And many of you know that I started journalism on February 9th, 1994, and I finished on February 9th, 2024. But did I really retire in the last 8 months? I took a break, right? Well, I was on one case that I didn't finish, the Mobad case. When a journalist is investigating a story and it just coincides to when they're going to retire, they're better off just hanging on and seeing the results of this investigation. I was in Nigeria for 11 years and I did at least 37 investigations. And many of my investigations were vindicated and I solved them, except the Mobad case. I started the Mobad case on September 15th, 2023, and I ended it on November 30th, 2023. And I asked the police to arrest Mobad's wife, the common law wife. At the end of my report, I sent that report to the former police chief of Lagos State, CPO Wonha. I don't know what happened to my report, but I always call the DCP at Pansi, Wahid Ayilara, who is now late. He died earlier this year. Ayilara always told me that he has it. Next thing, the CP left the police force and went to the Interpol. This is a habit of the Nigerian police force. CP Odumusu also abruptly retired during the Oromani case. There's a lot of stuff I have to do with regards to journalism, coming back, and what beats we're going to be doing. I want you to clearly note that I will only be doing 2 beats out of the journalism beats that exist. A beat in journalism is a section of news that you want to cover. I generally don't cover politics, tech, sports, and finance. Everything else can actually fall under investigative journalism or opinion journalism. Let me explain that for you. I will be covering only 2 beats this time around, full time. Opinion journalism as well as investigative journalism. I started opinion journalism in Nigeria. I brought it to the forefront. Sahara Reporters was also in the forefront of opinion writing. Cable NG Premium Times later followed, because in Nigeria, journalists don't have opinions. They will be arrested or killed. It's never happened. When I arrived in Nigeria in 2012, I started opinion journalism, and I always give my opinion about everything. You can Google it. Kemi said this, Kemi said that, and they labeled me controversial journalist, something the Americans and Canadians have never called me. These are the places where I trained and practiced. Now, if you want to consider me as a controversial journalist because I'm giving opinions, look what happened after me. Tanya Rega came up, VDM came up, Saida Butch came up, Blessing CEO came up, Izzy Ogbede, who has been following me since 2009 on Facebook, she came up with her brand. Everybody has an opinion about everything now. Now everybody's making skits, everybody's giving opinions, all about Solomon, this one, that one. I pioneered the whole thing. Now, I need you guys to help me. I cannot work without money. Okay? And I hear that phrase all the time. Who send you? Who send you? Until you become a victim of Nigeria's government breakdowns. You now understand. A young man was killed in Enugu last week. It's not getting a lot of attention, but police brutality that we fought for is not being enforced. Mr. Segun Awusonya started the NSAS protest online. It's a movement that he started. We worked so hard in that movement with Mr. Segun. Mr. Awusonya Sega Link went to the National Assembly and got so many bills passed, and we had an agreement with the police for 5 for 5. Since then, 4 years later, the police has broken every rule in 5 for 5. Extortion is still going out on the streets. Brutality is still happening. Beating of individuals and killings are still happening. There is a lot we have to do in Nigeria, and not every journalist can do it. Some are very scared. I no longer live in Nigeria, and I want to use my power in the media to bring you a new platform. I told you I'm moving to a new continent. I'm changing my name. That's after I left Nigeria. I'm moving to a new continent. I'm changing my name. I want nothing to do with any family or friends, and I want to just focus on my children and my work. Now I need all of you to do it for me like you did it for VDM. I need money. Last week you saw me trolling Don Jazzy to send me $100,000 so I can start my own media house. I really don't want to start a media house. I just need money to fund my work. Look what the Americans are doing for Simon Atiba. If you've never heard of Simon, go to his Twitter. Simon, Ateba, a Nigerian who's covering his own media house, his own media platform at the White House. $1. That's how much he asked them. And he's working fine bringing them reports. That's what I want to do. I saw people donating $200, $250 to VDM. You can do that. Let's look at it this way. 663,000 on Facebook. Okay, considering I have a new Instagram page now, it's 37,000. It'd probably go up, but I'm using it more as an archive of my work. 363,000 on Twitter. Look at the work I did in Twitter. Tomorrow, 22nd of October, 2008, is my 16th anniversary on Twitter. Yeah, 16 years. But I don't have 1 million followers. You know me, I don't follow anybody, and I don't count followers. I just come there to work. Work, put the work out there, solve cases, make my money, and leave. But do I really make any money? For 11 years in Nigeria, I had no salary. I was using my own money to fund investigations and do things that needed awareness. But yet, nobody supported me. I was shamed as a beggar. Beggar. I see people saying, let's support her, but nobody starts that whole support. So today, I'm going to do a fundraiser. I'm going to launch a fundraiser. And it's going to be called Dr. Kemi Lawrence Journalism Fund, which I'm going to hashtag as DKL Journalism Fund. I want every Nigerian to put 1,000 Naira, 500 Naira, 200 Naira, 250 Naira. Let's see. If everyone gave me 500 Naira today on some of my platforms, if we take Facebook and X, that's 900,000 times 500. That's a lot of millions. That'll open that media house that I want. You know what I mean? But Nigerians don't think like that. Okay, but when it's Wumi, Mohbad's common law wife, you're going to throw all your money to her. You're going to crowdfund for her. Look what happened with Mr. Ibu. You were crowdfunding over there. They were telling the people collecting the money to buy iPhones for them, and, you know, people getting arrested for medical fundraisers. Guys, wake up. The journalism fundraiser is the most important. Have you ever heard of People's Gazette or Premium Times? Have you ever heard of The Guardian UK? These are platforms that do a lot of investigations. Okay, Angle. So many investigative platforms in Nigeria. Go to the bottom of their website. You're going to see something there that you've never seen or you've never heard of. It says support good journalism. Investigative journalism is a lot of money. Okay, independent journalists cost a lot. We're not supported by politicians or businessmen. Donate. These are media houses. Even David Honey is starting to collect donations. Somebody that was shaming me. So it's time for you to let the best do the best for you. I want to open some cases. I'm going to need money for them. The cases have never been solved. Bamishe Ayonwale was killed in a BRT bus in Lagos. Okay, I want to talk about this case, and someone who needs to listen. I'm opening Osta's case. Osta was dating a guy in Ajah. He allegedly killed her and fled to Sierra Leone. Nigerian police had a high-power investigation, had him on a wanted poster, nothing has happened. Some of the suspects are buying off the police, and we have to get rid of that. Okay? If you're in Nigeria and you're watching my TikTok video, you know I can't put account numbers on TikTok. So go to my Instagram or go to my other platforms. Every platform today is Dr. Kemi Lawrence. So take note, the TikTok is not Dr. Kemi Lawrence. I'm not doing double accounts anymore. Dr. Kemi Lawrence on every platform. Okay, and I will post the account numbers. But if you're watching this on TikTok, I cannot post account numbers. I will say my first bank code, 2007-477-948. 2007-477-948. Donate today, any amount.